What's up, everybody? We got a great episode for you this week. We are talking to Kristin and Elysia, better known as the Giddy Up Gals. We're talking Western culture, Western fashion, and getting behind the scenes at a bunch of cool events. Check it out. They like make you feel FOMO about comets. You're like, well, I didn't know that comet existed like 2 days ago, so I'm not. It's not going to change.
But you're supposed to put your water bottles out overnight, and then it like charges them, and then you drink it first thing in the morning.
You drink your moon water first thing.
Water, yeah.
And what does it do?
Well, it's just supposed to like heal and energize and like set good intentions and.
Because I always
interesting. I don't know.
I don't do any of this.
Yeah, you seem to know a lot about it.
I know a lot.
The full moon is when you do a parasite cleanse. That's when you do.
That's when you try to get rid of parasites.
They're most active, so like that's where
full moons will make a parasite active.
Yes.
Oh
so
dear.
You know, like the saying of like, oh, when everyone's acting crazy, it must be a full moon.
Yeah.
That actually comes from scientific fact.
No.
That's when we all have parasites.
Yeah.
So they're all active.
There's good parasites,
during
bad
the full
parasites.
And if you want to cleanse from your parasites, you do it during the full moon.
And what do you like? People cleanse by just drinking drinking moon water and
it's like, lemon
juice.
We cleanse.
It's like whatever's
ivermectin.
Ivermectin. Right.
So that's what we take on a full moon.
But will ivermectin take out the good parasites too? Or are there good? There are good parasites. There's good bacteria.
There's
are there
good
good
bacteria.
parasites?
It's like a good gut
biome.
Your microbiome like balance, but it's like the bad ones can kind of overgrow. And so you should do a quarterly cleanse.
Interesting.
Like that's
it's like every time you like give your animals a dose, you should give one for yourself.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Really?
It's like a quarterly ivermectin cleanse.
Quarterly.
Yeah.
I just do a fast.
That is
Fasting's
a good
too.
Which I think must do something.
It does. Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't think it kills the eggs. Like the eggs live for 28 days. That's their cycle. So it will like stop them from like, there's nothing for the parasites to feed on when you do a cleanse, but it doesn't actually kill the eggs.
So they come back.
Yeah.
Like North America is one of the only areas that doesn't do this like in their regular protocols. It's like everyone like in South America, Europe, India, like people have like ivermectin, you buy it at the pharmacy, you get it. It's like a known
human
thing that
like
people
pill
just
form.
do these quarterly cleanses. Like it's
just not here.
And here
with
they say
ivermectin specifically.
It's yeah.
I mean, there's lots of different types of parasite cleanses, but
but like a pharmaceutical, like a pharmaceutical
human.
Because
like
I think the
Mexico,
guy
you can
that
just buy
made,
it at the pharmacy.
The guy that made ivermectin like won like a no, I don't know if it was a Nobel Prize, but it was like a medical research prize for it because it was so cheap and so effective, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Is it so? Only in North America do we not use it for humans, basically?
Yeah. And like now,
and that's not just like a COVID thing.
It's not just a COVID thing. So you actually
because that's how I learned about it.
Started.
It's like you could. Yeah. Don't get me started. We don't have to go here all today, but
within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. It's like we haven't even started. It's like we've gone deep. Like so, ivermectin, you can get it prescription here for people. You always could, and then they tried to make it sound like you couldn't during COVID, and like, oh no, it's not like a common thing. But yes, we could always get it prescribed to humans. But then they sort of, blacklisted it or whatever they did.
Took it off the shelves and everything during COVID.
Made doctors going to lose their license if they prescribe it, but they could previously prescribe it.
Previously, they could to humans,
and then
isn't that funny?
It's kind of crazy. So like, but in Mexico, you can just get it over the counter at the pharmacy. Like there's human
because they've
always done
their parasites.
Yeah, it's like it's just a normal thing. And here, like even, I mean, I kind of got into like the parasite cleansing like quite a few years ago. Like went down that path, and people like doctors and everybody here, they're like, oh, we don't have parasites in North America
because
like,
our water's
clean. That's like a kind of third world country thing or whatever. But like, that's not fact. It's not true. There's parasites in North America.
Right.
And so it's like, but then when all the COVID stuff happened, it kind of I think created a lot more awareness, and then they tried to make it sound like, oh, it's horse medication, which it is. Like dogs, horse, like there's different strengths and powers. It's the same
Well,
compound.
with dogs and horses and cats, you're regularly treating them for parasites, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't you have to give like horses?
Yeah, it's like
deworm them every year.
Yeah.
Like it's the same. Is that ivermectin basically what it is?
Yeah.
Do you give it with a shot or just?
It's a liquid form. It's not a shot. It goes in their mouth.
You squirt it.
Yeah. So there's like a paste, or there's like a liquid you can pour on their back, like cows and stuff. But it's like,
oh yeah, I've seen that.
you know,
but it's the same idea.
Like chickens.
and
back
those
of their
same
neck,
parasites
like,
that go
same-
in our
same
like
stuff.
Canadian
chickens.
dog.
You put a liquid on the back of their neck.
Yeah.
Okay. How many chickens do you have? Chickens?
I do have chickens. Yeah. I had 14, but we had a weasel get in, so now I have 4.
Those damn weasels.
I know. My husband was like, "Okay, come spring, you're ordering like 50 chicks because they don't always all survive."
No.
But so we're usually left.
Do you deworm them?
Well, you just give them ivermectin on the back of the neck,
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
like the same
I
time.
have chickens and I've never done that.
Really?
Yeah, I've never given them anything.
Yeah.
I just.
How many
love.
chickens do you have?
Lots of love. 5. I think you're
Just
only
little
allowed to have
backyard.
like
Oh
4,
yeah.
so I have 4.
4.
I have 4 chickens. But they
Who's asking?
yeah, exactly. We at my brother's farm, we had similar thing. It wasn't just a weasel, it was like every other creature. Like we've got some very fat coyotes around.
Right.
They're extreme free range at the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very wild chickens. But again, I don't think we've ever given them ivermectin. I don't think they live long enough for us to really worry about their parasites.
Right. Like
It seems
I
to just
I
become
definitely
snacks
let
for
mine
owls
live too
and-
long. And we close them up every night and everything. So
Yeah, I
She's
do that
like
at
next
home.
level.
I
You
am-
take care of
I
them.
care.
well, yeah, like not as much as I used to when I first got them. It was like if a chicken got sick, it was coming in the house. I was giving it a warm bath. I was like blow drying it dry and like giving it. I had
That's
all this
when I
whole
first met
supplement
her.
line.
In the very early chicken
early
days.
Yeah.
chicken
Yeah,
days.
I
I
was
was
like
like getting into hobby farming.
Wow.
And I
Like,
have like a
she's
whole
blow
shelf
drying her
of chicken
chickens.
supplements.
They're sitting on the couch.
I'm like
with,
hand
like,
feeding them this
blanket.
like vitamin water. Like
They
it's like
poop everywhere.
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
know.
we gotta talk.
Yeah, they're
I'm like
This
sitting
isn't
on the
gonna work.
couch with them, like in a
cuddling
towel,
them,
cuddling them,
keeping them warm.
and then would cry when they died. Yeah, it was a whole thing. And then now I'm just a little bit more hardened.
Now she's
and
like,
Yeah,
this
I think it's
person
part
one
of it.
dies, it's like, I get another one.
put it,
Yeah, it
put
is.
in the
That's how it is,
fire.
though.
Yeah.
That's how it
We
has
got a
to.
new dog and he ate one. And it was like, ugh.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't like to see that necessarily. I don't know. I think. Yeah, I was out. I was hunting last weekend and I got like an emergency phone call from home because one of the chickens, they're like, her name's Chili. This chicken is called Chili. Chili lost her leg. She lost her leg. She's only got one leg. What are we gonna do? And everyone was panicking. All these calls went out. I was like, it's just cold. Like it's standing on one leg. kind of
Right.
thing. Like, but it was like a 5-alarm fire of like a hurt
Yeah.
chicken. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when one of them dies.
You haven't
My-
lost one yet.
We haven't yet. No.
Okay. Yeah. The first loss is always the hardest.
Right.
And then it's
It's like a
like,
Sheryl Crow.
yeah, it's like even with the kids,
know,
like,
I was
my
just
kids
like,
are
First
learning
cut is
too. It's, yeah, the first one was hard on the
Yeah.
whole family. Like the kids were crying, I was crying. We had a burial, like we
Oh
fully.
wow, like a ceremony.
Oh yeah, and like my daughter
Crystals.
made like a little cross we put in the backyard, and then it's like now we
We
just
waited
throw
for the
them in
full
the
moon.
burn
Throw 'em
pit.
in the pit.
And it's like we
Wait
got
for
yeah
food.
we got our first chicks, and it was like all exciting, and they're just so cute and everything, but they don't like, especially when you get them from feed stores, it's like you don't actually know how long they've gone without like food and water before you get them. You just get them in like a little like
yeah, you get
tidbit
them in a little
box, right?
box, yeah.
Yeah, early stages. So it's like my kids have now learned a lot about
don't
death.
fall in love
Don't-
with
But
them.
it's also just like my daughter would come up and like wake me up with a dead chick in my face, and she's like, another one's gone. Like, it's just like there's
Good
no
morning, Mom.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
hardened
Cool.
all of us a little bit more.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm like, we need to learn
that's
to lose too.
Yeah, no, you definitely do. They're good eggs though.
This is
They're
professional.
the best eggs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
grocery store ones just
I
don't
can't
cut
eat
it.
grocery
Like
store
through
eggs
winter
anymore.
now, I'm like,
It
we need to
sucks in
figure out
winter.
something
I
because
know.
they're not laying right now. So
Yeah, and then I start to resent them.
yeah,
and I'm like,
and that's just a bunch of
it's not
freeloaders.
a,
You're
yeah,
just
you're a
like-
bunch of freeloaders. I'm feeding you. I'm out here in the cold in the morning.
Yeah.
Like
You're plugging in
I
all
don't
like
have
the
chickens.
heaters.
you don't have chickens
No,
yet.
No,
It's a yet.
She
you need to put on
won't.
the
She
internet.
teetered.
You don't
it.
think you would?
I teetered with it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not this farm girl like that farm girl with the chickens.
Right.
Like at one time we were looking into a joint custody Jersey cow that we thought
that'd be fun.
You know, but
Maybe.
Sounds fun.
it sounds fun.
Yeah.
Reality.
But Jersey cows, you have to milk?
You have to milk.
That's a milk cow,
Like
right?
2 times a day.
Twice a day.
So we were like coming out on
has
the
to be the
schedule.
same time.
We were neighbors at the time, so we're like, okay, when it's your days, and then like just walk it across the field, and then it will be my days, and we'll take care of it. And it's like we had this whole joint custody plan of this milking cow.
No, and my husband like grew up with milk cows, and he's like, "You're not gonna like this. You're not gonna want to do this.
Yeah,
this is the worst idea." And of course, we weren't listening to him. And like,
well, and then we went to
planning it
Montana
all.
before we invested. We went to Montana, and then we milked a cow. And I think
One
that
time,
was your
that-
side. That was like
milked cows.
This is
And that
not
was it
for
for
me.
me.
one of the things that I think about is I think that Canada has. It's a good thing there's no fact checkers on this show because all of my facts are just like random numbers in my head that I picked up somewhere along the way. But it's something like 5 food distributors for the whole country at the very top. Like it's a very small number of companies that are distributing everyone's food supply chain comes through them at some point.
Yeah.
Unless you go to that level where you're like, I'm buying half a cow, or I know my neighbor's got chickens, or I'm like maybe somebody who's with starting your own greenhouse or whatever. Like I think the only way really to like combat that very like big centralization, that thrust towards centralization in the supply chain is like bottom up, like grassroots, knowing
I think it's also
exactly
just
where your
super
food comes from.
important to support like your local ranchers.
Totally.
Like it's like
Yeah.
they're not going to be around forever unless we support them. And like we're so fortunate to live in a place where our neighbors are ranchers and farmers, and we do have access to just my local grocery store, carries milk. Like the dairy milk from like an hour down in the south of Alberta. Like it's like my meat comes from like I know the rancher. I know the guy who is out there feeding them. He's out there calving them. He's out there raising what I'm feeding my family. So it's just that peace of mind too, and knowing that we're helping support their family and doing what they love to do, and keeping that traditional sense of ranching still in play instead of mass production and feedlots and these big commercial sized, meat lots, and just still doing it the old way.
Yeah. So. Well, and so I was going to ask you, because you're a city girl.
Yeah.
At your roots, and there's this sort of like on that note, I'd say like Western culture has gone through like a phase of like where you're not really like unless you're raising the cows,
you're not legit,
or unless you're like cutting the fields, you're not legit or whatever. And I think it's actually kind of changing now, where there are people who are saying, well, no, I've never raised chickens or I've never raised cows, but I relate a lot more to knowing that person, knowing that way of life than I do maybe some of the monoculture that we're inundated with, like on the other side of things. So maybe from your perspective, like how do you view it in terms of like Western culture and like your role in it, or your like membership in it?
My membership, I like that. So I think for me, kind of starting out, going back to when I married my husband, who's a cowboy from Montana, that was like a huge kind of eye-opening moment for me of like actually what is being a cowboy. Like I didn't know it was a real job, to be honest, which is kind of funny growing up in Calgary and the Stampede. And, so I'm like, when we first met, it's like, what do you do? And he's like I'm a cowboy. And I'm like, no, but like, what's your actual job?
And that would be your hobby and your identity.
And just kind of realizing like, oh, that's actually like someone's job is being a cowboy. And then, we moved out onto a ranch, and that was in Northern California, but just realizing like, okay, I actually really know nothing about the Western culture in this way. Everything that I knew is kind of the, commercialized Stampede party, carnival, like what you sort of talked about earlier. And so it's been kind of like growing into that culture for the last 20 years, I'll say. It's how long I've been married. For a long time, even like living in it, being in it, I still didn't really fully relate. I didn't always feel like I fit in, and didn't really know my place or role in it. Like I just sort of felt like, you know, I'd go to brandings and we'd go to different things that I would sort of be involved in. I went on, like the first thing he took me on was to round up bulls. And that was like my entry into the whole initiation, I guess. But it's like I was wearing like what he would call like fashion boots, because I didn't have real cowboy boots, and, you know, probably skinny jeans. I don't know.
Sure.
And like just like, what is this? I don't know. And then it really took kind of, I would say like in the last 5 years that I've like immersed myself more into that culture. So it's like I've been kind of in it, you know, for 15, and then the
whether
last
you liked
5,
it or not,
whether I liked it or not.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, this isn't going away, but what's my part in all of this? And so I think, you know, even though it's like whatever, the whole Yellowstone effect, I guess we'll call it,
Sure.
really probably still had an effect on me, even though I like lived in the culture, was in the culture. It's like it becoming more popular, and really, I think like the whole fashion side of it and all of that, like that's where I started to see like, hey, I can be in this world too, because that's what I like and
That's
love.
the thing that you like. Yeah.
And so, and then just, you know, learning more about rodeo, like actually like being more kind of right in the mix of a lot of things, and then like taking a more active role on the ranch. So like over the years, we'd go back and I'd like maybe ride a horse, maybe go on, you know, one cattle drive, but like a fake one or whatever.
Right.
But now like doing my own riding lessons, and so that when we go back to the ranch, I can like participate, not hold anyone back. And like, you know, my husband's like, next time you're gonna brand and like drag a calf.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, I don't think I'm quite there
Quite ready
yet.
for it,
But
I'll show up.
I'm like,
be there.
I'll try.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you'll be on vaccines first.
I you know
Yeah.
what, I did do vaccines. I'm like, I probably shouldn't say this. It's like, this goes against everything I believe in, but I'll do it.
It's not me.
Yeah. It's not your kids, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not my kid, so
Yeah.
it's fine. But yeah, it's just like if you kind of knew me 20 years ago to like who I am today, I've come a long way in that whole culture. And I think it's just like, you know, maybe the slow being a part of it for so long, but then finding my own identity and what appealed to me in it.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like opened me up more to just experience it more. If that
No, that totally makes sense.
Answering the question.
I think that I don't know, I feel like I grew up in like a counterculture like movement that was like Calgary trying to not be Calgary.
Yeah.
Like I've been here my whole life, and like for whatever reason, as I was coming of age, like Calgary just felt like a thing that you were like not proud of, or like, oh, we don't have good this here, we don't have good food here, we don't have good music here, like no good acts ever come here, all these kinds of things. Like it just felt like the people that I was around like ragged on Calgary more than like celebrated it.
There was a huge weird stigma because
it's
coming
strange
from BC.
Because you're West Coast, right?
I am, and we hated Alberta.
I've got West Coast roots
like,
too, so we relate.
So we like it was like, oh, dirty oil and gas, and like
right,
all liberals there, and it's like we hated oil and gas. It's like people would literally. One of my friends had moved out to Calgary and she was living there, and she would switch her license plates back to BC license plates when she came back to BC because her car would get vandalized.
Oh yeah, I would
like,
get nervous bringing my truck
like
back to
Alberta
BC. For sure.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole stigma of Alberta was just bizarre. Like, it was just...
Well, and I remember too, like in my 20s, probably wanting to be like, we need to bring culture to Calgary, and like
whatever that is.
You know,
like...
it's like I'd been to like London and New York and LA. It's like, let's make it that. And I feel like, you know, that I wanted that at the time. And I think a lot of people, like, I think we brought a lot of that to Calgary in a way, but now there's sort of this whole other side of bringing like our actual like Western heritage roots and being proud of it. And
Mhm.
like actually, like for me too, just really wanting to kind of connect back to what we originated as and like who are we as
Right.
a city and a province. And I think more people connect to that now because we want that.
Well, I think that it become like a lot of what you see in terms of like culture in the culture of London or the culture of New York or the culture of LA, it like feels less appealing now.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it, you're like, oh, maybe I don't actually
really want that.
want that here. Like there's something else that I do
Yeah.
appreciate. And I don't know if that's just like getting older or if it's the change is just starting to become more evident as you see stuff.
Yeah.
But we call it the monoculture. It's like everybody following the same people, watching the same media, consuming the same information, and like sort of conforming to one ideal, and
Yeah.
it just feels less and less relatable to me. The
Mhm.
further the
Totally.
monoculture consolidates, the less I feel like I relate to it.
Yeah.
And you start to think like, well, what do I relate to?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the more I love doing this show because I get to have conversations with a variety. Like you saw like some of it's like
Yeah.
very like older.
We
like,
were stressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Do I have to talk
I was
politics?
no,
Because,
wow.
like,
Everybody's talking politics, but
yeah.
You're serious?
yeah,
Hat on.
totally. Well, I'm talking to these people and I'm like, I've never read the Constitution. I guess I should, or
Yeah.
like there's just a
Right.
lot of learning that I'm doing in that area. But either way, like Jamie Parker, who started Canadian Heritage Roasters.
Coffee.
Yeah, great company, great story. Just a Calgary guy who like saw sort of a similar shift in culture, being like, I don't relate to that.
Yeah.
And then started his brand to like almost like on a bet that other people feel the same way too. And
Yeah.
it's proven to be true. It's proven to be right. Their business is growing and all of that kind of stuff. And I just think it's cool to hear. I enjoy having the conversations because it's not like we're not a lot of people are noticing, being like, oh no, I actually do care. There's something that I grew up in that I still want to relate to. I want my kids to relate to. I want like it's worth
We want the
fighting for.
80s back.
We want a little bit of the 80s back, yeah.
90s were better.
Oh, I don't know, the 90s.
Because she wasn't born in the 80s, so she doesn't know how good it was.
90s baby.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. Isn't that
Good for
cute?
you.
So you didn't have to have the same like experience with Alanis Morissette that we did, I guess.
I mean, she was pretty big in the 90s, I'd say.
But were you listening
Were
to?
you
Yes.
a baby?
Well, like I listened to Alanis Morissette in the
Your
90s.
nurse.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Huh?
When were you born?
That'll
90.
flavor your worldview
Yeah.
for sure, I would
Yeah.
say. So you were West Coast and
Yes.
you came. And so what was it for you? Like what was like your introduction to it, or how did you start to relate to it?
Yeah, so me and my husband, we lived in the Lower Mainland, like born and raised. We
Like
were
Vancouver area?
Cloverdale.
Oh, no
it's-
way.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
where
like
that's my early exit for the ferries when I go
there you go.
Cloverdale.
That's where I'm from.
There you
Yeah. Yeah, so we were born and raised there. Both of our families were, still there. And it was kind of the 45 minutes out of Vancouver, so it was the farmland.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just like a lot more just hang and, turkey farmers and different people around us.
Yeah.
But it just like
Blueberries.
blueberries, lots of blueberries.
Yeah.
And we had the Cloverdale Rodeo. So like
Oh, cool.
my exposure to Western lifestyle and culture was the Cloverdale Rodeo. So it wasn't really based on the farming. Like I knew we had farmers around us and everything, but we never really like utilized them or bought from them. It was just like we had the Cloverdale Rodeo. So Malon weekend, everyone got their costumes on, their little Daisy Dukes and their, straw
Hat.
Coors cowboy hats.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
off we'd go and just drink for 4 days. And that was
Right.
the
That was
rodeo.
Western
That was
culture.
it.
Yeah.
We didn't actually go to the rodeo. It was like
Went to the parties
went to
around
the party,
rodeo.
the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like what my Western kind of culture was. And it's like, my husband, he refuses to wear like belt buckles, cowboy hats. He's like, I'm not there yet. Even though we've come a long way, but because so many people, he's like, he calls them posers. There's so many like Western posers. that it would just irritate him that was kind of all around us. It was just, so he even had this like stigma of the Western culture and lifestyle. When we moved here, it was really hard for him to kind of integrate into it. Whereas I kind of,
I think he
dove
kind of
right
felt
in.
too, like, from what he said and you said, but it's
you
like,
had to earn it.
you got to earn it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you have a buckle or whatever that you earn, like, that's one thing. But if you're just sort of dressing it, you know,
Costume. Like
he
didn't-
felt it was
yeah,
costume.
you had to earn it. So
Yeah.
he's very,
Yeah, and I totally understand that. I think it's like a small a small view of Western culture though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
but I've
like
felt
a
that at
tiny
times
little
too.
tidbit of what
Yeah.
Western culture was.
Like the West was business, it was fashion, it is business, it is fashion, it is oil, it is
Mhm.
ranching as well and farming as well and
Here.
homesteading.
Like that's what opened my eyes to it.
yeah,
because I had
here
no
it is.
idea.
But there you didn't see
There
that.
it was
you
just
just
like-
saw the show.
Yeah, the show.
Okay, I get you.
And I've always wanted to be like a hobby farmer. I've always wanted
You just like
land with
animals?
animals. I love animals.
yeah.
That's a problem.
But
But
just for clarity, those those animals she's raising aren't ever to eat.
no,
It's
I'm
like
hobby
a-
farmer. They're my
you
my
know.
friends.
Yeah, but
They're
don't you
friends.
think? I think a hobby farm could still eat their animals, but they're like
Maybe,
your little
yeah.
pets.
Yeah, like you eventually want to eat the turkey. That's the way
Yeah.
I look at it.
Yeah, so I don't.
You don't.
It's like I'll eat the chicken eggs. I'll never eat my chicken.
You won't eat chickens.
And I have mini sheep and mini pigs that they
You
just
won't eat them.
we coexist. No, we hang
just
out.
coexist.
Yeah,
They're miniature
they're
versions.
minis.
Minis.
Yeah.
She's got minis.
What kind of pigs? Like
Juliana's.
okay, interesting. And okay.
Yeah,
We'll
they're
pull it up
cute.
for the
They're
folks at
cute.
home.
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand. They're big pets that
Yeah.
that get to live outside.
Yeah.
Mostly. They don't have to be
Exactly.
in your
And they're
house as
just
much.
really
And
cute.
I like to give her a hard time about it.
Yeah. I'm more like on the functional side of things. Like I like
Yeah.
I'm like you raise them and love them. You can love them, but then you also
So they're gonna make a good dinner.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And the more you love them, the better they're going to taste.
I'm not
Yeah.
there yet.
You'll get there.
Maybe it's like I don't cry when my chicken dies anymore. So maybe
Yeah, right.
tomorrow
There you
they'll
go.
Be okay.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the OG hobby farm.
It is a
animals,
little
but-
different. Like, yeah, eventually I don't know. Yeah, I see it. I get it.
Yeah.
Like we did like broilers at the same time that we did like our egg chickens the first time we got into it. And the broilers are amazing, demented creatures. Like they grow so fast.
I know.
It's
They
like
can't
kind
even
of
like walk.
yeah,
like
it's
they
not
just-
great.
Yeah.
Like you kind of look at it and you're like, it's impressive, but it's probably not an ideal necessarily. But this is I think a lot of things in like commercial agriculture is like
Yeah.
that, where like
Yeah.
even to like how we grow wheat, like
Yeah.
our wheat is like super high yield, but
Mhm.
gives you like a gluten allergy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's or we've kind of wandered off the path a little bit. But you definitely didn't. All I was saying was like we didn't treat those creatures with as much like
Love.
personal
Yeah.
like we were very kind to them still like
Yeah.
we didn't give
Like, I
chickens
don't
hate,
name-
but it's
I
not
don't
we didn't give
name
them a
my
name
chickens anymore.
you don't name
I
your
don't.
chickens at all.
No,
Okay.
they die too fast. So I'm like, I can't get attached. So like I
Yeah.
have come a long way.
Yeah.
So maybe one day I'll
Yeah.
raise something for food. Yeah,
Interesting.
it was just something I always wanted to do. And obviously in the Lower Mainland, it's just like cost wise and everything. Yeah, and my husband had a company out in Alberta, so he was traveling a lot. And so we ended up just making the move and just picked a place in Cochrane and bought it.
Nice.
And then I just started growing my little hobby farm.
One animal at a time.
One
Two
animal at
animals
a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like minus 30, sending my husband to go pick up these mini pigs from like 3 hours down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been fun and kind of just fully immersing myself in that lifestyle. And then I started working at a little Western, I've always been into like fashion and everything.
But you skipped the part
thing.
about like she had this really cool neighbor that she met, and she was. Just
Well, I haven't
like,
got there yet. I haven't
Because
got
you
there
so
yet.
you were working at the store before you had the cool
no,
neighbor.
no,
No.
I guess not. Okay.
Yeah, you're
okay,
mixing up
I
the
jumped.
order.
I jumped. Yeah. I
So,
was like,
Is it an acreage?
not
You
working
have an
at the time.
acreage?
Yeah. So,
And you have an acreage too?
yes.
But no
Yeah.
animals on it.
We've got horses.
Oh, horses.
And
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
horses, dog, cats.
Yeah.
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 Horses, dog, cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
so
you
you-
want a cat, I have a couple
don't.
extra. So
Yeah.
That is
we
0% of me
cats.
wants a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cats will give you parasites.
they are barn cats, like they're outdoor.
But
you
I
know.
watched a
They're
tapeworm
self-sustaining.
come out of one of my cats
Self-sustaining.
that I was like,
A tapeworm?
yeah, it was like our vet has it on his wall, like framed. He's like, this
The
is
worm?
the biggest worm I've ever seen come out of an animal. It
Really?
was disgusting.
That's gross.
Yeah, it was.
I
pretty
don't
gross.
think I would watch. Maybe I
He
would.
was like a gopher lover.
That's
I'm
where you
not
picked it up.
surprised. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Do you feed your cats or do they live on their own?
I
Yeah.
do.
You
yeah.
give there's some
we
food
give
out
them
there for
food
them,
and water.
but they kind of
Yeah.
supplement their diet.
They supplement their diet with like mice, gophers, whatever else.
It's a
Yeah.
whole ecosystem out
Yeah.
there.
It's like
Yes.
honestly,
I think cats like being independent like that.
they do. I think it's a better life for them.
Yeah, definitely better than a city life.
And it's like if
Yes.
a coyote ate a cat, I wouldn't be too sad.
Would you even know?
I would. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know like which cats
They
we
still
have.
come around the
Yeah,
house.
they're- It's like I want them to, it's like go, be free, venture off a little more.
A little further,
Yeah.
a little further
Yeah.
until
Don't come back. Find someone else.
Yeah.
No, like they're nice, but it's like, sometimes the cat population gets, because everyone's like, fix your cats, like people get all whatever. But when you do live out in the country,
This,
you can't.
literally, you can
And-
like to the
No.
T. You fix your cat, the next day they're gone. So it's just like you're just spending
Coyote will eat it.
$400. It's like I don't know
Oh, I
why.
see what you're saying.
Like all the cats, it's like I will not fix them, and they'll be like live
And they'll
there
survive.
For, yeah, and then the day after you fix them, or like the
Wow.
week after, that cat's gone.
What does that say?
I know.
There's something in there.
There's something in there that
There's
they're
gotta be
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little bit.
If
You
you
kind
like
of
to flush
kill their
money down
spirit a
the
little bit.
toilet.
That's what.
Huh.
Is it $400 to fix a
It
cat?
is. Yeah.
Oh, that's outrageous.
Yeah,
I feel like you should be able to get that for $25.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like somebody's gotta have a
Well, and there's certain like barn cat programs different vets have, for like certain times a year, it's like $200. But a lot of places, like if you go to like SPCA's or humane societies, you have to surrender. So like they won't do it unless you surrender the animal and all the kitties and everything. So it's
what is surrender?
like you have to give the humane society the animals, and then they'll fix them, and then you can adopt them back. But you can't just like pay at a lesser cost to be like, hey, I'm actually trying to help with the cat population. I want to keep this cat, and like I'll keep taking care of it and everything. I just need it fixed so it stops giving me like 10 kitties every 6 months.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, so
roughly?
like just to help, or like bring your
6 months,
kitties
though?
in and at least get the females fixed
Yeah,
so that you can
sometimes
take care of them
even
at home.
Less.
Sometimes less, yeah. Sometimes
wow.
it's just like a little factory back there, but yeah. Yeah, so it's like
Cute for
that
the
would be
kids,
nice.
I guess.
But
like,
yeah,
every now and
paying
then.
$400 every little female kitty that comes out. And then they just
Oh,
get
that's
eaten by a
crazy.
coyote
Yeah.
or something. Or they run away.
Into a coyote.
Yeah.
They run away into a
Yeah.
coyote.
They find a new home and they're very loved.
Yeah, that's what we
But
tell
yeah,
ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys ended up becoming neighbors. That was the connection, right?
Yeah.
And kids
Yes.
went to school together.
Yes.
And then, like, how long you were just friends for a while, but then you started. Like, how fast do you?
Yeah,
go?
so
I
it was
think
like
it
one of
went
those-
pretty fast.
It was pretty quick. Like it was one of those moments where like I was staying at home. I was doing a lot of like home projects and everything. I wasn't getting out of the house. I wasn't meeting anybody. I was going a little bit cuckoo. She was they had just moved in across. So like my kid came home and was like, "Mom, there's a new kid on the bus. They live right next to us. There's no other kids in our neighborhood." So he was just like stoked. And he's like, "And I
They
think
arranged to hang
I think
out.
you're gonna like his mom." I was like, "Well, what makes you think that?" He's like, "Well, we were talking about it because they were trying to make us friends." And so they're like, "Well, we were talking about it on the bus, and you both like clothes, you both like shopping. She has her own clothing line
Scheming.
and everything, and so like you're gonna hit it off." So they planned a play date. She came to pick up her son from my house, and it was one of those like you meet somebody, and we stood at the door for probably 2 hours, just like
Talking.
nonstop talking.
Nice.
And
I
like
think we could be
not a lot
friends
of those
with this
connections
Oh, that's
come
so
through
nice.
life often.
No,
I've
I
met
know what you
tons
mean.
of moms, dropped off my kids, like lots of door meets where I'm like, not gonna, no, nothing there.
I don't
No
have
spark.
room
No
for
spark.
There's just no
friends.
spark.
Like,
yeah,
so
right.
we kinda
Full
just
up.
Yeah.
hit it off right away. And then our girls are similar ages too. So it was just the perfect kind of
It spiraled
situation.
quickly.
It spiraled
Fun.
quick.
Yeah.
So then it was kind of, bonfires, barbecues, family hangouts.
It
and
helps
it's
when the
just-
kids like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Because if the kids don't like each other, it's like just one more layer of.
Yeah. But even now, it's like our kids have had tiffs and we kind of treat it like siblings. We've had some like family meetings before where
Oh,
we'll
nice.
like put them all in one
Yeah.
room and it's like, this is not going to work for all of us because we are really
Yeah.
close family friends at this point now.
Yeah.
We're always going to be friends. So you two need to figure it out.
Figure it
That's
out.
good.
So
Yeah.
you make sure to like not force the relationship on them, but it's like, no, you guys have to figure this out because you're going to be in each other's lives whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And when we have each other for dinners, you're going to be going to this person's house. So figure it out and let's move forward.
Yeah.
We
So-
brought them back to Montana on a family vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So
Yeah,
we've done
went
like
on a
family
branding.
vacays together, and now we're going to Vegas on a couples trip on Friday. To
Oh,
be at a
nice.
bar.
This
Yeah.
this
Yeah, we
Friday?
leave
Oh,
Friday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right
so
on.
it's like, I think it's kind of telling when both of our husbands separately, like my husband was like, so like, do we have our own hotel room? And I'm like,
And I was like,
Yeah.
my
Yes.
husband had like asked me the same thing. We're like talking about Vegas and everything, and laying in bed, he's like, so like we have our own room, right?
We're not like fully.
I'm like, what do you guys
They
think
wouldn't
we are?
be surprised
Like-
though if we pulled up and we were just like 2 queen beds in a room.
That's but good. It must be nice for them to be complete like passengers in that. Like it sounds like
Yeah,
you didn't have
I
to do
mean-
much planning. Like
Oh yeah, and they just relate a lot
There's
in
a-
life. They
there's a-
go through a lot of similar experiences because we're very similar people.
Yeah.
So
Right.
being married
It's
to us,
hard being
they-
married to a Giddy Up gal.
okay, so what is Giddy Up Gals and how did that start? Like is that
Yeah,
Good question.
It's a
Owen.
good
I knew you were
question.
going to ask
Yeah.
this one.
so you
Like,
came
hard hitting.
hard hitting question. Tell the
Um,
people what it's about.
So Giddy Up Gals is a iconic swim duo. No, like we started it basically kind of for fun, and I don't want to say we started it as a joke, but in a way we did. It's like, you know what? Like we both love fashion. We both like love
well, we're both
outfits
very
and-
present on our own Instagram accounts. Like it was something that we both just always were
Yeah.
posting on our own accounts,
Right.
and then
So it's like
we were
let's
always
turn
together.
this into something like
Yeah.
posting, and we have a lot of fun together. Like that's the other whole side of it. Is
It's
we're
like our
always
husbands
laughing.
look at each other
Yeah,
and
yeah,
are
yeah.
like, "What is our life? Like these girls are just next level." So it's like,
And
Whatever,
I've never
let's
met
just-
someone like me before. Like I kind of always lived in my own crazy.
I thought
like,
I was one of a
crazy
kind
world.
until.
Until
So it's like, oh my gosh, there's 2 of us.
Yeah.
Like we're just pretty intense people, get like hyper focused on stuff, passionate about things.
yeah.
And so here we are kind of in the Western world, fashion, media, like we're doing a lot of like social media and at rodeos, doing all of that stuff. So we made an Instagram about it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like continued to evolve and grow into like, when we sat down and like, let's do it. And like, let's talk about what we'd like to achieve. Wouldn't it be fun if we could
Because our husbands
get
ask us the
invited
same
to-
questions. It's like,
Like, what are you trying to
what
do?
is this
This.
for? It's like, okay, 5-year goal, let's just say. It's like, if this account can even get us here or in a room
Like,
with this person.
Right.
invited to
Yeah.
this or
Go to
like,
do-
invited to
have
this
fun-
event. Like,
have
how do
fun.
we get there?
a
and
collab
it's-
with this brand
Yeah.
or
Right.
whatever it might look like. And it's like we fully met that and
Yeah.
now we're dreaming bigger. So
Nice.
yeah,
So how many years has it been now?
4?
4-ish?
but Giddy Up Gals, like I think really I would say seriously 1 year.
Seriously, 1 year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Like, we-
pretty new.
Yeah.
We
But it's already getting into
we've been
rooms and
we've
concerts
been doing it for a
and
while.
back
Yeah.
like behind the scenes at like the rodeos and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's great. If you have the energy to go and it is media, right? Like it's kind of like
yeah.
like to make it sound lame, it's kind of like journalism.
Mhm.
Like you're
is.
you're out there
Yeah,
telling
documenting
stories,
Telling the
different
stories,
documenting
yeah.
things.
Giving people like a little maybe different perspective or our
Yeah.
perspective.
Well, we
Like a
like to call
fun-
it like behind the scenes. Like I feel like the biggest thing people are looking for is
Yeah.
something like a behind the scenes. Because even for
Totally.
us, like you can go to a rodeo, you can watch the show and all these different things, but getting that kind of behind the scenes footage that we get kind of access to or privy to,
Mhm.
it's that's
Yeah.
what does really well.
And I
is
think
that kind of
even
stuff.
just kind of like our friendship and personalities, it's like behind the scenes of that. So, we do like fashion posts and you get to see our outfits and we thrift a lot. We love, thrifting and mixing and matching and putting together our stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
we also show a lot of our personalities on our Instagram and like trying to do that more, just putting it out there. Like
Yeah.
we're just real people going through life, figuring
Totally.
it out,
Yeah.
having a freaking fun
Overcommitting.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Overcommitted,
overcommitted to everything. Yeah.
It's like we can't say no to a lot of things. It's like,
we have
well,
FOMO.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just, we're not AI.
Yeah, we're not AI. Critically, we are real
Yeah.
human beings.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. Like so we had the reason why I think I found you on LinkedIn
Yeah.
was because of the gathering, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So did you both come?
I did not.
You did
no.
not come, but you came.
I
So
was
that's
there.
why
Yeah.
that would be why then.
Yeah.
So the gathering had we created a big focus on creators this year.
Yeah.
And it caused a bunch of questions, at least in our team. And I think right now a lot of people are trying to answer the question of well, what's the difference between somebody who's a creator and what an influencer is or what an influencer has been.
Yeah.
And I think, people were from the marketing side of things just used the term influencer quite a bit. And that was just somebody with an audience. And I think as people kind of tried to pursue just having an audience and just being a channel for amplification and relevance to that audience, it just became devoid of personality at the end of the day. It's less it ends up becoming less human.
Yeah.
And so we had this whole creator track, which is really to me they're somewhat similar, but creators tend to be a little bit more, it is more personal. It is a little bit more following your own
Journey.
You're not so much, you're following your own interests and your own journey, your own path, rather than trying to think about what am I doing just to grow
Get
an audience or get something or
Yeah.
whatever. You guys are just having, I think there's part of the beauty of it is just having fun, right?
Yeah. We just, now it's we just
Which
pick and
is the
choose
main
things,
reason.
too. It's if we're out there, we're just going to concerts and putting outfits together and making our husbands take pictures of us.
That sounds so
It's
fun.
the biggest thing is we need to get them on too, because everyone's well, who takes your photos? Who does all that? Because it's come a long way from when we first started posting and the quality
Yeah.
of stuff that we posted to now. We've both invested in nice cameras,
Right.
better phones, the proper equipment to be able to shoot our content on, and it's well, who does it? And it's
Started from the bottom now.
well,
we're here.
Totally.
our husbands, we trained our
We trained
husbands
them.
to
Wow.
angles.
I don't know if they would.
And my
Different.
13-year-old son.
Yeah,
Shout out
he
to
does
Miles
that.
because he does it too.
He gets out there
Yeah.
with the camera.
Yeah.
We have
That's
our
good
whiteboard,
good
so-
soldier.
Yeah.
Do they like doing it? They like being part of
They
it?
they
He
like
likes
it's
it.
I
I'm
mean,
you can
most of the
have
They kinda make-
Xbox time if you
They'll-
do this.
Right.
They'll
Yeah,
come
it's
back a little bit.
It's
later
transactional
'cause
still.
He's so
He's
busy
got
being
your creative angle.
cook,
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Yeah, nice.
But no, it's
So-
it's very family involved. It's
That's fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good collaboration of the two.
Where does it go from here? What do you guys think? What are the big
Mm-hmm.
dreams for it?
Yeah,
that
that's
you're 4
kind of what
years
we've
or
been
1 year in.
We've been talking about now. It's these deals have come to fruition and all these big plans that we didn't actually know would ever happen for
Yeah.
us.
Sometimes
We had to
things,
take
as you
moment.
go, what you think you want out of something
It's different.
Yeah,
is
it starts
different from
pivoting and
Yeah.
changing.
as you go through it. It's maybe I want actually this
Mhm.
out of it. And
turns
so
into something different.
I think it's a conversation we've been having just recently. Okay, all of a sudden,
we got here.
doors have opened,
What now?
opportunities. We could go this direction, that direction. And it's what do we actually want from this? And maybe it looks different from what we thought we wanted.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to cut you off,
Yeah.
but yeah. I know for me, I want to always be having fun
Yeah.
still because
Yeah.
that's at the core of why we're doing
Mhm.
this. And I think it's been just so much fun, all the people that we've got to meet, and when we talk about Western culture and the what is it, who is it, we get exposed to so much of it through music, rodeo, ranching,
Mhm.
people, fashion. We get this whole
It's a broad
kinda
spectrum of
broad,
what we're involved
yeah.
in. We're not
Yeah.
kind of pigeonholed into just fashion, or we get to go behind the shoots of rodeos and film that footage too.
Yeah, cool.
It's just kind of all over the place. Like for Stampede, like she's more behind the shoots and behind the scenes in that aspect on the rodeo committee, and I'm on the ag side of things. So
Neat.
my kind of farming and lifestyle comes into play there, but we both mesh, and like it's like we're both there. We're both on the grounds. We're both, you know, we can also still get Giddy Up footage while we're at the Stampede, and we're meeting different people and
it's just fun.
connecting people. And I think like just connecting other people too, like seeing situations where it's like, okay, that could be a fun collaboration, you guys need to meet, and just like connecting other people in the rooms too. It's just fun, like it's just, that's what we both thrive on and feed on, and connection with people and out having fun and socializing. And she has a longer social battery than I do. It's like I get drained faster, so people, it's like I can go out and then it's like, okay, at a certain point in the night I start shutting down and I'm like, okay, I'm good, I need to go home. Whereas she gets like recharged by people's energies.
You can keep going.
So she's like a little energy
like I will
energizer
people
bunny that
forever.
can just like go. So it's like I don't know, we complement each other well. Where it's like sometimes I'm like, okay, we need to take it down a notch and like not say yes to so many commitments, because she can just go.
I'm like, well, I'll go without you.
Yeah.
I'm going solo.
Yeah,
Fine. I'm going to this one though.
But yeah,
have no
it's like
problem.
It's cool. I think the culture, this kind of comes back to what we were talking about earlier. Like, I think that it's no longer like, I think when you become like an ambassador to a community, your job as ambassador is like keeping the doors open and making it inviting and giving people like a taste of like, come in and try this, like it's not what you think it is, or it's better, or it's exciting and it's fun, or whatever it might be. And I think like the angle you guys bring to it is cool, because there's lots of people, I would say, that are Westerners, quote unquote, but don't necessarily like, haven't punched through the like dress up,
right,
like that like barrier of like the make believe and pretend kind of thing. Like, but when you actually start to show and tell stories about like what it's actually like, it actually is something that I think people do relate to, rather than
and I think like that's part of the perspective that we bring.
beer.
It's like neither of us grew up in this lifestyle. We both kind of had that arc of like coming along into this lifestyle.
City girl.
And it's showing like you don't have to have grown up on a ranch or, you know, been in rodeo or whatever we think the Western culture is about. It's like there's a doorway.
It is a
for
lifestyle
everybody,
too, yeah.
and you can find your little groove, and it just kind of goes back to our roots and history. And I think that's a part of like why, even like going back to the food talk and all of that stuff, where I think as humans, everybody's like gravitating back towards like, we want this little piece of how things used to be.
Yeah.
And
like
it's
the
like
back to basics, back to simpler
to,
times. And,
how it was, you know, and it's like, whether it's through like, you know, buying your food locally or experiencing like, that's even a big thing right now, like vacations. People want to do like, you know, go experience working on a ranch, like these dude ranch vacations, or you go out for like a trail ride, be on horseback. And people crave that, like, I don't know, back to the old ways kind of thing. And, you know, or we want the 80s back. And I think that that's kind of maybe part of that whole appeal of the Yellowstone factor and all that stuff. Like humanity wants that, because I think we've gone too far maybe in other ways, like on the technology side and whatever. We need that break, you know? So I think that's like a fun thing that even as we're growing into like who we are within as Giddy Up Gals, it's like we bring that kind of welcoming vibe.
We're definitely not closed off. Like we'll get people being like, well, I want to hang out with you guys, or I want to come out with you guys. It's like, come. Yeah. Like this is the next thing we're going to. Come. You're invited.
And it's like,
come with us.
Like I need a hat for Stampede. It's like you can wear a hat all year round. It's like
or like we'll dress people. It's like, well, I don't know what would it's like, come over. We'll get you fit, we'll get you ready, and then come out with us. Like it's all inclusive. It's not any type of cutout. It's like everyone is welcome in this lifestyle, and that like it's just not closed.
It's a lot of
anymore.
friggin' fun.
It's just like
it is fun. And I think that's smart, because regardless, I think for sure we need like my motivation on starting this was like we actually need people to talk about Western culture and Western identity so that they can fit in with it more, like so that more people can fit into it, not so that less people can fit into it.
It's not
Like,
as small
it's
as
not,
a mold that people think.
no, it's
Yeah.
totally not. It's totally not like a single archetype. Like
Mhm.
it's a lot of different. It's quite a diverse selection
Yeah.
of ways you can be involved in it. But I think if we don't talk about it, we just end up with that feeling of like, well, I want something, whether it's nostalgia or something else. Like I think some of what that is just like a real deep desire to connect.
Yeah.
Like whether it's the 80s or the 90s or whether it's
People,
history, but
land,
at the end of the day it's like community. It
Yeah.
is this, it is
Yeah.
the ability to connect to other people that sort of share your values, see the world in a similar way, you know, have had maybe some similar experiences and that kind of thing, and then just are also living a life, like they're also dealing with the same challenges or pursuing the same kind of opportunities and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
asked a lot, like, how do you do it all? It's like
Diet
we
Coke.
actually do go home to our families.
We do have
We do
families.
have
Yeah.
families. They're just on the other side of the camera.
Right, they're the ones that are
Yeah, they're the ones
documenting
doing
it.
the
Yeah.
documenting.
That's
But
fun.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever you can fit in.
Sweet.
Fun.
Well, I hope you guys keep having fun with it. What are the next big things that you guys are looking forward to? I guess NFR.
NFR.
And
That's
NFR is
huge.
huge. That's
Yeah.
like
It's our
tunnel
first
vision
time
all we can think
going.
of.
So
Oh, cool. Yeah.
yeah, pretty excited about that. And then Ski Jor is coming up. So
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is
yeah.
like
Yeah, which we
a
love.
really cool part of Western, like winter Western
Winter
culture.
Western culture for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because they do it in, is it
They do one in
So there's
Banff
one
and
in
they do
Banff.
one in Calgary.
the Banff? They shut down like the main
Yeah,
street.
Yeah.
like right on the main strip.
Yeah.
And then in Calgary they do it in
The Confluence.
The Confluence.
Confluence, like
Yeah.
down by
Yeah.
Fort Calgary area.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to call it Fort Calgary anymore? It's
I
Confluence,
don't know.
Technically,
Yeah.
it's the
I mean,
Confluence.
but that's
yeah.
what they do. They
Yeah.
they go do it down there.
Yes.
I know it is Fort Calgary.
Are you guys going to be at both?
Yeah.
You're going to Banff at when is Banff's?
January
January
17th and 18th.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then when's the Calgary one? This is like
I don't know if they've
Quiz.
announced it
yet.
yet.
They don't know the dates.
Yeah.
All I remember is last year it was like -40 when they did it.
It
Uh-huh.
was.
Yeah, it's like
Very
trying to
cold.
make snow pants and look fashionable is
Yeah, and try to keep your
it's a
ears
challenge.
warm when you've got a cowboy hat on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, So it's a lot of kind of popping in different places to de-thaw, warm up, and
Right.
then back out you go.
Yeah, totally.
But it's a lot of fun. Like it's something I had no idea existed or was a thing. And I actually got to do the couch races one time. So
Oh,
that
fun.
was like the peak of my ski tour experience because I'm not a great skier. So I'll never be that girl.
You're not going to compete.
I won't compete.
Yeah.
But I did get to be involved by being pulled on a couch behind horse. So
Amazing.
that was fun. And we won. So
Your horse is
Flip
your
that in
horse and couch one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are things that are like that. Maybe with like modern skis, it's a little bit new, but like that. What 100 years ago, what were you doing in January on the prairies? Like you're trying to find something to do it. Like
Yeah.
in the lowest parts of winter, like
Yeah.
you're always trying to have fun in some way.
But it's a
Yeah.
It's
huge
a
show
sleigh
and
or a couch
people,
or-
especially in Banff, like it's like
Oh,
people
it's huge.
come from like all over and
Yeah.
like people are telling
Well,
us
and
about,
in
like
the
how they
States,
got their
it's like-
first here and like use those vacuum packs and then had to open them in the hotel rooms and like blow dry them out so they puffed up again. Like it's just like
The
people
horses blow dry?
no
What?
like fur coats.
Oh,
Like
the
people
coats.
traveling to
I was
see
like, is
the
this like
ski
blow
tour
drying
in
the
Banff.
chickens?
Oh,
Like people show up
You have
from
to-
all over the world.
I've never even thought
It's
about that.
insane. It's insane. Like people that we met was just like
Yeah, they came from
we
everywhere.
take it. It's like we're just here. We drove 45 minutes, and
Yeah,
I think
you know,
Banff
the day,
has that
yeah.
appeal anyways.
Because people are coming
Like
to Banff.
people come.
But like I
all
feel
over
like
the
the
world to
ski
Banff.
tour is like blowing up, and people are like, "What is
Yeah.
this?" Like
Yeah.
it's a whole thing now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's blowing up. It's
It's-
quite fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Well,
Yeah.
well, maybe what I'll do is I'll keep tabs on your profile and then
Mhm.
we'll come out with you guys.
Yeah.
That would
We
be
can
that'd be so fun.
bring some of our cameras and
Yeah.
shoot some Giddy Up Gals content for you
Let's
guys.
do it.
That'd be
Okay.
awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Listen, thanks for making the drive in and coming to chat today. It was fun to meet you both.
Thanks for having
I
us.
enjoyed
Yeah.
the conversation and
I enjoyed it
yeah,
too.
it'd be fun to see what you guys get up to this year.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we don't even know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Yeah,
We're
stay
really
tuned.
excited to see what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah.
Right on. Awesome.